Welcome to the semifinals, everyone. We are here at Psycho Total Collectibles, ready for our first semifinal of Regulation I. We've got Angelica, Weiss, and Angel Torres. You've seen both of them earlier in the day, and now they have to face each other. And it's a very interesting matchup because, again, I feel like we've got a little bit of weather wars. It's not necessarily a rain team. We do have Rain Dance Tornadus with Urshifu Rapid Strike. We've got Koraidon, and then Whimsicott with that iconic Fake Tears, which it has been using all day. And here we go. There is the teams on the screen. You got Tornadus on Angelica's side with the Urshifu Rapid Strike, Ogerpon Hearthflame, Zamazenta, Raging Bolt, Calyrex Shadow, and Angel on the right with the Whimsicott, the Galar Weezing, the Koraidon, the Raging Bolt, the Calyrex Shadow, and the Chiyu.
Yeah, that's an interesting part of this matchup that you mentioned is the Rain Dance. It feels really good to overwrite the Koraidon with the Rain Dance. The problem is that you're slower than Koraidon, and usually it's not an issue with Prankster, but that's why the Weezing's there. So this Weezing Koraidon lead makes a lot of sense for Angel, and I'm curious how Angelica is responding for that, because I like the Calyrex. I mean, it threatens both these slots.
It
like,
does.
Psychic is it's gotta be a KO on either slot that doesn't Terra, right?
I would imagine so. I'm pretty sure that the thing here with the Korai is it is in an interesting spot because Tally's going to probably be faster.
You can see the decisions being made here. It's like, do I
just go for it?
I like this a lot more, actually.
I do too. I was going to say, I think you just
I think this makes a lot of sense.
That read makes way more sense. The Zamazenta, though, is a little concerning.
This is clever. I'm interested.
I do like.
You're going to see the Terra here. It is the Terra onto the Korai.
Now, something I do want to point out is this Weezing it has Acid Spray, Taunt, Protect, and Will-O-Wisp, which is really good into Zamazenta, except the fact that Zamazenta could still click a Body Press. I think Protect's super wise here, though.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if we see this. We're going to see the Taunt on the Weezing.
Taunt into Weezing, so that shuts down everything it can do against Zama.
Yeah. The only downside is Flame Charge. Which is...
And it did target the Calyrex correctly, which is really dangerous now.
And because
that's a lot of damage.
Which means it's a lot faster. But the good news is...
the Acid Spray to follow up, but it doesn't get the KO! Acid Spray did 11 damage!
Well, yeah, now you just click Terra Body Press, get rid of the Weezing, and protect your Calyrex, right?
Yeah.
Could swap it.
Or even swap it, I think makes a lot of sense.
Actually, yeah.
What are you that afraid of happening at this point?
I like the swap to Bolt here. Because the swap to Bolt is gonna... If you can get rid of this Weezing, I don't think you will based on how much damage it usually does, but if you can get rid of it right away, that Bolt's gonna do a lot of damage.
It should be a KO into Weezing, I think.
It depends on the Weezing.
It depends on the Weezing, I suppose. It depends. You know what? It depends.
It depends.
IDK, it depends.
I feel like,
or it can protect. Nope, Flare Blitz.
Solid Terra there.
It should still do a decent chunk of damage. Yeah. And it could burn.
Which is insane that it does that much with the resist against a +1 Zamazenta.
Alright, let's see. IDK, it depends. No, not even close.
Not quite.
IDK, it depends. Raging Bolt takes a bit of damage, does get the Spadef drop, but I don't know how much that matters.
It's an interesting play here. The Thunderclap's pretty safe.
I like how decisive Angelica is.
She is on a mission. She is dedicated to get to this final. Thunderclap, very good call there, because it knocks out that Weezing for good. And, actually, no, there was not a +1 Zamazenta, because now it will be a +1 Zamazenta.
Yeah, now it's a +1 Zamazenta.
Which is really, really nice, because you probably can take a Collision Course now and get that Body Press off.
Yeah. You will easily eat this Collision Course, that's for sure. Unless it crits. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, you didn't even need the +1, but... Whew! That's some good damage right there.
Not to mention that because the Koraidon is Terrifier, it's going to take a neutral from that Thunderclap.
And also the Thunderclap is boosted because of the Sun.
There is a weird situation here, though, with the fact that this Calyrex is... It can hit really hard on this Raging Bolt because it's minus in Spadef, thanks to that Acid Spray. Koraidon swapping, not a giant surprise. Still could see this this Raging Bolt swap out. I wouldn't be surprised if we do, and we just see like a Protect on this.
The thing is, I mean, Raging Bolt's still like a big chunky guy, and I think he has to feel pretty comfortable about sitting in front of this CSR right now, especially with the Wide Guard alongside it.
This would be pretty massive because the Sable coming out instead of any attack. I kind of like that, but there's an interesting play, which is...
Well, there's also an interesting play, which is... Oh, no! Oh, no! It missed the Calyrex! Oh, that's a problem.
Kind of needed that.
That would have been... It wasn't... Angelica's still not in a terrible spot in this battle, but that would have, like, ended the game.
That was so crucial.
Like, that would have been an immediate game ender, and instead it's kind of awkward for Raging Bolt. The other Raging Bolt. Because, yeah, now you're switching out your own Raging Bolt.
Yeah.
Probably losing Zama here. Definitely losing Zama here, and we'll see about Ogre Pawn.
That's depressing to watch.
That is a really unfortunate. As, yeah, the Astral comes through. It'll take out the Zama, probably. Does good damage to the Ogre Pawn, which should get picked up by the Raging Bolt.
Yeah, that is just...
That is so tragic.
You know,
everything was going so well.
And the life orb. Yeah, I don't know if it would have taken that with the life orb damage.
Ooh, Draco. That is interesting.
The good news is, you know, you're -2 on Raging. What was the critical hit too? Just because the game's like, yeah, we're not gonna make this easy on you.
So let's going the other direction. Let's try to be happy. Let's try not to be sad about what just happened to our good friend Raging Bolt.
Not much.
The other, so it's not terrible just because we kind of are coming down to speed ties a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
The Raging Bolt can just kind of sit there and snarl. Still,
I kind of like the idea of the snarl first, and then another.
Ooh, and the other Raging Bolt didn't switch out. It's doing like no damage. It probably is locking into Thunderclap, but it does like no damage.
We also will hopefully get to take a look at how much this snarl does because I'm too curious.
Yeah.
It's not.
I'm curious how much this Astral does as well. That's like a lot of damage. I know it's +1, but that's like a lot of damage. Alright, we'll see the Snarl. It does not KO. Does put it in clap range.
There's also the chance, if you are on Angel side, and this is kind of risky, you're kind of like, oh, do I go for Draco Meteor or Snarl? Because Snarl helps neutralize.
No Thunderclap!
No Thunderclap!
No Thunderclap! It got the hit! It took out the other Calyrex. Let's see what the choice is here. Either way, it's pretty good for Angelica. It also comes down to which Raging Bolt's faster here. Oh, the other one's faster! And they got the Snarl!
If this is a Dragon Pulse, Angelica, I think, wins this match, or it's going to come down to mind games.
I really...
It's come to mind games.
Well, no, the Koraidon's still in the back.
At, like, very, very low
At
HP.
very low HP. The Dragon Pulse doesn't pick up the KO. Oh my goodness, okay.
I think that...
Koraidon's around. Koraidon's present.
This game... Here's a little thing I like to call... Draco Meteor mischance. That this game is really going to come to.
That actually is it, isn't it?
Honestly, you could take a risk here. If you are Angelica, if you think the Angel's going to go for the mind games and go for the attack, you could clap the bolts.
I think 140% of the time you clap the... Oh, never mind! Never mind, Angelica's smarter than me!
If this is a miss on Angel's side...
Alright, Draco Meteor, let's see it.
Then it's going to be a clap-off, basically.
Draco connected. Oh, but this thing's at like, this thing's at like -1 million. This thing's at like -1 million special attack. It doesn't actually KO.
If this is
clap should KO, right?
Both claps should KO.
What the other clap?
I think Angel.
Call their thunderclap. Does this KO? It doesn't. It did 3 damage. It did literally 3 damage. It'll take another one. It'll literally take another one. So the next thunderclap. It needed a Draco there. It needed a Draco and it takes the second one! That is, I believe, is it a -5 or -6 Raging Bolt? Angelica wins with 3 HP remaining!
I have no words. I just bow down to Angelica.
That's incredible! That did 3 damage!
That might be the most insane play I've ever seen in Pokemon.
I can't believe... And what's funny is also Angel could have...
There's so many different options there.
Because Angel could have Draco'd either one of those times. Well, actually, yeah, Angel could have Draco'd the second time and won it. Because the Thunderclap would have come out. Oh, man. Well, anyways, game number 2.
Can we just talk about how amazing Angelica played that for a second? That was brilliant. Wow.
There were so many mind games that went into that. Like,
I'm just in shock with that one. That is
because there was like no chance that Angelica would have won if Angel had protected the Crydon when it had switched in there instead of going for an attack and getting Thunderclap. And so there were like a bunch of little interactions like that throughout the battle on both sides that decided things. Oh my goodness! Oh boy!
That was one of those
game 2, anyways. We still have this is still a best of 3. Chiyu Crydon, we're going for damage now.
I just want to point out how Angel did not bring the Raging Bolt, which is really funny to me.
Yeah,
Angel's like, "You are shunned. I'm not bringing you in." Okay, well, we're going to see Crydon and Chiyu on Angel's side, and
so Zama gets the boost this time,
which is very.
Ogerpon is around.
It's an interesting play. Maybe.
I think this is really nice for Angelica here, because Zamazenta can feel pretty comfortable about clicking Terra Dragon, and then, like, what happens?
I kind of do like the double protect, the champion's method of double protect here, just to scout out to see what move Chiyu locks into.
I get it, but also, like...
Baiting it out, yeah.
The thing is, as long as the Chiyu doesn't Terra here, which I think we've already seen that it's not, this is a perfectly safe play.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, we know this is a this is a fine play. It could have been concerning with a bunch of what could have happened earlier, but now, I mean, unless it burns, I guess. Unless Heatwave burns Zama, which would be really tragic.
That would be depressing. Still
Let's see
decent chunk.
It's a good chunk of damage.
No
burn. Collision course. We saw what that did last time, which was no damage.
54, yeah, it
was like 50 damage.
Yeah, it takes another.
Goodbye, Chiyu. Fish goes bye-bye.
And this is a very interesting spot because you still have the wide guard up. And if you look at Angel side, Whimsicott, and Whimsicott's a decent spot right now if it wasn't for the fact that it's just going to get redirected, right? So I think here, if you're Angel, you gotta go for Moonblast Flame Charge or Moonblast Flare Blitz.
I love those.
And the tough part is...
well, and that's the annoying thing, is that you also have to worry about, like, do you want to try to Encore the Ogerpon? Try to force it into, just because it did protect in front of an Encore, but is that even, like, worth it? Can you do anything with that?
I kind of see this Terrifier, meaning that this Whimsicott didn't go for... Yeah, I was going to say this Whimsicott didn't go for an attacking move, which is kill him.
But also, if this doesn't KO, it probably will KO.
I would imagine Terrifier in the sun.
Into the Ogerpon, it's got a KO, right?
Yeah.
Alright. That means the Tailwind got up for Angel, which is pretty meaningful.
Very useful for the Whimsicott now, especially.
And Crydon does take a big chunk of damage. The Behemoth Bash should bring it down to Sash, approximately.
It's a good spot. It's kind of a good spot. Bolt
the problem is my good friend Raging Bolt hits the field now, and then what?
then you cry. The Raging Bolt just hits so much, especially with Thunderclap. If you play your cards right, you might be able to pick up the knockout on Zamazenta with Whimsicott, because is Angelica going to really go for a Thunderclap into the Whimsicott, or try it? Whimsicott also has Fake Tears, which is going to be really good.
Ooh, it did go for the Encore, which means it's locked into Behemoth Bash.
Which is actually very, very nice.
It might have been calling a wide guard there. No, that doesn't make any sense.
Ride-on does not quite pick it up, but it's solid.
Yeah, I mean, the Collision Course won't do a ton of damage back to it. It'll do some. That's actually a lot more damage than I thought it would. That's kind of scary. But also, we're getting to a point where Terra's burned, Crydon's on the field, but, like, CSR just needs to get an Astral off to win this game. Like, one Astral and CSR wins. But doesn't have the opportunity to do that.
The only thing... Well, I would agree...
Zama's locked into Behemoth Bash right now.
There is basically one mode that could work here. Oh, I wouldn't switch.
So curious.
I think, yeah.
It's Crydon.
I wouldn't.
What makes sense really to me here for Angel is protect Astral.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I think here for Angelica, if you can stall
Calyrex obviously eats that, but
you could just stall out to where your Calyrex is the last one on the field and the Korai doesn't have any flame charges.
There's the protect.
Then you're in decent spot. But this is kind of rough.
If Raging Bolt eats this, well, actually it'll do a bunch of damage with Thunderclap up front. Astral, let's see.
If it takes this, then it's a mind game off. Does not take it. Okay, now it's interesting.
Sash is available. Oh, this is weird. This is a weird spot.
Yep.
Koraidon didn't get a flame charge, did it?
Not that I think. I think it went Flare Blitz earlier.
Are we speed tie gaming?
I think we're speed tie gaming. There is a Tailwind on Angel's side.
Yeah.
The thing is, you have to stall that out, otherwise Angel just.
This has to be the last turn of Tailwind, right?
I think it is. So double.
Yes. Thank you, Angelica, for demonstrating that to us.
It's gonna be. This is now basically a speed
tie gaming. Speed tie gaming.
And this is why I also hate playing Kayak Shadow, because every time it ends in this.
It's horse time. Woo! Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a big fan of horse.
The Psychic makes sense because don't want to risk it. But even then,
that was actually a really dangerous play, because if that was a Astral there, oh no, that was Tailwind was still up. I'm paying attention. Don't worry.
This is interesting. You have to.
Korai probably can't even take out Zama from this range. Yeah, I think that's a forfeit from Angel.
That's a forfeit from Angel.
I think that's gotta be.
That's it.
Yep.
And Angelica takes the game.
She'll be heading to finals.
That is insane. Because Angelica, please give your Raging Bolt treats at the end of the night.
That's for sure.
One of the most insane final matches.
Hold a banquet picnic for that Raging Bolt.
But super well played with Angelica, counting down the turns of Trick Room properly to know, okay, if I'm going to have a shot at this, it needs to be going into stalling that Tailwind. And then after that, knowing, okay, cool, I've got Wide Guard now.
Yeah.
You can't Astral me, I can Astral you and win. And that was just brilliant thinking there. And we will be seeing that brilliant thinking result in a finals run in just a few minutes. Junshi is still playing Joe, it looks like, so whoever wins that will join Angelica in finals. Stick around.